There's a certain type of man who walks into a room and instantly commands attention. It's not because he's the loudest, not because he's flashing money or trying to impress anyone, but because there's something in his presence, something calm, grounded, and undeniable. On the other hand, most guys live in quiet frustration. They chase attention, crave validation, and when they don't get it, they start blaming the world. They say things like all women are the same, or nice guys finish last. But what they're really doing is protecting their ego, because the truth is, deep down, they know they could be better. The difference between the man who attracts and the man who repels is not luck. It's mindset, it's discipline, and most importantly, it's energy. Let's talk about energy first. High energy doesn't mean bouncing off the walls or being obnoxious. It's the inner fire. It's when your body language says, I know who I am. It's in the way you walk, the way you speak, the way you take up space without even trying. And it comes from taking care of yourself, physically, mentally, and emotionally. Most men today are drained. Not because they work too hard, but because they waste their energy. Endless scrolling, late nights for no reason, numbing out with content that gives nothing back. Every time you reach for your phone instead of your purpose, you're giving away a little piece of that energy. To reclaim it, you need to start doing things that charge you. Lift heavy things, get real sunlight on your skin, train hard, eat clean, sleep well. These are the foundations of high masculine energy, and they are non-negotiable. The world won't hand you attraction or success. You have to become someone who draws it in naturally. Next is something even more powerful: purpose. A man without purpose is like a ship without a rudder. He floats, he drifts, but he never arrives anywhere. Women's success, fulfillment, all of it comes when you live with direction. When you're building something, when you wake up and know exactly why you're getting out of bed. A purposeful man doesn't chase, he leads. He isn't desperate for attention because his life already has meaning. And ironically, that's exactly what makes him so attractive. When you're on your mission, people can feel it. You glow differently, you talk differently. You stop needing approval, and that shift alone separates you from 90% of other men. But here's the truth. You can't fake it. Confidence that isn't earned is just arrogance. You have to go through the fire. You have to lose, get rejected, and still choose to rise. Every scar you carry becomes part of your story. When you stop hiding from it, it gives you power. Charisma isn't something you're born with. It's developed. It starts with presence. Are you actually listening when someone talks? Or are you just waiting for your turn to speak? Do you carry silence with strength? Or do you fill it with noise out of insecurity? Being charismatic means you understand the power of your energy and the weight of your words. You don't need to dominate conversations. You just need to own your presence. When you speak, speak with intention. When you move, move with confidence. Don't explain yourself to win approval. You don't owe the world anything except the best version of yourself. Also, don't be afraid to be disliked. When you try to please everyone, you lose your edge. Real respect comes when people know you stand for something even if they disagree. That's how leaders are born. Now let's talk about appearance. You don't need to be a model, but you do need to look like you respect yourself. It means smelling good, grooming well, and dressing with awareness. No one's asking for designer brands, but clean, fitted, and intentional goes a long way. If you look like you've given up on life, people will treat you that way. Take pride in your appearance. It signals to the world that you take yourself seriously. In turn, they will too. But beyond all of this, the most magnetic trait you can develop is self-respect. When you hold your own standards, when you protect your time, when you keep your word to yourself, that's when you become truly powerful. Not because you're trying to be, but because you've built a life that speaks louder than your words. Most men want shortcuts. They want tricks, tactics, hacks, but there is no shortcut to self-mastery. There is only doing the work. The gym, the books, the silence, the discipline. The inner world creates the outer results. And guess what? You don't need to chase anyone. When you become this version of yourself, you'll notice something amazing. The right people start showing up. Opportunities start coming your way. You're no longer begging for scraps. You're choosing from abundance. So if you're tired of feeling overlooked, ignored, or left behind, good. That means you're waking up. That means you're ready to level up. But don't just listen. Act. Get serious about your energy, your focus, your mission, because the life you want, it's already watching you. The question is, will you rise to meet it?